Yep. Good morning, rise and shine. Welcome to the land of the conscious people from the other side of the world. Lovely day, mate. It's going to get hot. It's going to get hotter. It's going to get super duper. Life is going to finally shine like the sun. Oh dear. Seen that True Seeker reckons that Axel's part of the clip. Oh dear. In other news, PP is now currently on Smilers. Or I think he's currently, double check that. Debating politics and sticking up for Israel whilst debating. There's a debate, the big debate going on Smilers at the moment. So if you like a political debate, I would go over there. Other YouTube news, Cumbian Truth was spared jail. I think it was a petty breach of a non-molestation order. I think he just got a petty fine. I think people were jumping and singing before. It reminded me of an English match, World Cup match. People say, we're going to win the World Cup. We're going to win. And you lot are going to have egg on your face. Argentina, wherever they are. And then we lose. I don't know, I'm A for an effort though. Look, he's got a big bag of white out of his cup. Well, the YouTube news, from what I've seen, Lambie apparently coming after me. Saw in the chat, the company's chat, PP said heads up. It's probably searching through a lot of social media platforms trying to dig out dirt. Look, Lambie, you do what you got to do. There's nothing that you can't do to me. You can take me here, you can take me there. There's nothing you can't do to me that Castro has not already done. I didn't come off no banana boat, man. I'm a political refugee. What else is going on the tube? Roxanne, I believe, I haven't seen her upload or anything, so I'm guessing she's on remand. I don't know. As we know, Emma's had another attack about a week ago. Car window's been smashed in. I just can't understand. No one's getting arrested for some reason. Police don't seem to care. Which is interesting because, you know, the area they live in, there's a lot of people around there, so it's in the public interest to care, surely. I can't get my head around that one. There's Spexting files on Facebook, which is it's an interesting thing to check out. I'm going to check that out. What else is going on? What I've noticed, Andy Beep Beep channel, my review of that channel, I like it because it's a place where all sides can meet. I don't think anyone should. I think there's a good place, there's a gap in the market. Chubby Ranger's on the other side, Andy's on this side, where anything goes. Doesn't matter who you hate, who you don't like, who you like. It's just like you've just got a panel where everybody can just go and just say what they got to say to anybody, because sometimes it's hard to talk one-on-one with people you don't like because of the affiliations they got with the channel owner or whatever. You can just go on. I don't think anyone should go on there. This is what I've got a problem with, a little bit of a problem, not a problem. There's a big duck outside that massage I just went, and they're about to pray to the dead duck and make a food offering to the god or something. I don't know what's going on there. There's I don't agree with people saying Andy shouldn't allow this person on his channel, Andy shouldn't allow that person on his channel. It's like everybody has a problem with somebody on this platform. So if he listened to everybody, then there'd be nobody on there. And that's why I like his channel, because you know, it doesn't matter who you got a problem with, you can just go on. It doesn't matter what you've done, you can go on. So when you've got somebody on there that is a wrong one, that's your chance to go up there and front him. That's why I like it. You know, like Nathan Bunsen Burner. You know, that ginger twat. We've got, see if I can take you to a beach before I go. You got, it's really, really hot this time of the year. It's really hot. It is hot, 37 degrees outside, it's in my car. You can get anybody on that platform, and then you got Cumbian Restream, which I don't agree with. It took me a while before I could find Andy Beat Beats, I couldn't work out, oh my god, that woman, she went next to nothing over there. You see that? How can you walk around? She's old as well. How can you walk around like that, man? It's just, look, I'm not, I love looking at women, you know, but it's just out of respect, you know, for the area and the country and everything like that. You should really, you know, wear clothes, you know, it's disrespectful, in my opinion, you know, for men and women to walk around with, you know, next to nothing on in a public street. On a beach, okay, fair enough, you know, by a pool, fair enough, but well, who do you think you are? You walk into, because you could just walk into a blooming supermarket like that, wearing next to nothing. It's like, you know, I find that disrespectful, in my opinion. You know. And plus, I like women to wear clothes, you know, during, you know, it makes it more you know, when you are actually, you know, in that moment and you're making, whatever you do, sex, love, whatever you call it, it makes it more special, because you're seeing something which isn't available to anybody else apart from the chosen person she's chosen to show herself to, rather than just being open to the world. So and it makes it more exciting as well. In my opium, who's that? Where are you? Thailand. Wrong side of the road. No, I'm on the right side of the road. In England they drive the same side, on the left hand side. Who should that? Sharon something. Look, I'm driving, so it's hard to read the comments. I'll take you to a beach so you can just have a quick look. I'm going to blow. Just got to fire this live up quickly. So I'm talking about the Dark Corner YouTube, which is in the UK, which is, anybody's wondering what I'm going on about. I got Dr. Rackpool. He's just properly sold out. He's making videos and then putting them onto members only, which is, for some reason, I think he thinks his content is like super special. And I'll be honest with you, you'd have to be a complete and utter mug just to pay that membership fee to watch him give his opinion whilst he's sat on a sofa or on a bed or whatever he's on. Just listening to him waffle. I mean, you're not getting any extra superior content which can benefit your life by paying a membership. He's already monetized on double adverts. Well, that's not enough. He wants to put his videos out there, get them double monetized, and then he wants to put it on members only. And he's like extended, like extra special and secret information which you have to pay to find out. It's just a shout out, man. Like, he keeps saying he's got a job as a moving cones around. Oh, I think glamorous. You really made it the big time, haven't you, Doc? But I don't even believe he's even got that. I think his job is to sit on YouTube for a couple of 10 minutes a day or whatever it is. And I think he's dabbling in some murky business as well. He keeps going on about the craze. You know, Bacon's, in other words. You know, it's come out that he was Reggie Kray actually. I'm going to say the word allegedly because I can't remember, but apparently I wasn't there. Apparently he confessed on his deathbed that he offed a 15-year-old rent boy because he was worried he might expose him, similar to what the doc's been up to with Tidge. You know, Tidge was an SO. SOs hang around with other SOs. But you've got to remember, they were having a back and forth at the time. And when people go low, they go lower, they go lower, they go lower. Now, Tidge had already exposed Doc for not even being such a tight person. He wouldn't even pay for his train fare for his son to get the lift home from Camden that day when they went to Camden looking for living in London. So he had to pay himself for his son's train fare. But then there was more stuff. You got to remember the last time he was sat with Tidge, he was sitting in a playground and he was giving him carpet rugs. Next thing he ODs on Fent. And then next thing, narrative's gone in the same way, and he was the first one to give that information out. And not only did he give it out, which it should have been given out on an unmonetized, thing, he put it out on a monetized and then a members only to find out a bit more. So there's no secret. He didn't he had no. Not only did he, I believe he had something to do with his passing. I reckon he actually tried to maximise profit from his passing. That's disgusting. Well, plus, I know that narrative might have had something on you, Doc, but the bug's got a woman's son, and Sheriff, you'll know better. You're trying to take credit for the Doc's work, Dr. Harold Shipman. You're trying to make it look like you had something to do with it. You had nothing to do with it. You ain't nowhere near the gangster which you want to be, so you took credit for the Doc's work, didn't you? And you deleted the live afterwards because obviously you must have got a phone call from HQ saying, be careful because, the Doc's behind this and he's got masonry contacts, so you better be careful. And, so how do you think he got this stuff done, and why do you think he doesn't like people going on about the Masons? It's because he is a bloody Mason, or he's related to it. Just like Hedgehog Man, they're trying to take over this part of YouTube. They've made a lot of money from it, and don't think they don't kick back upstairs. Do you think that Doc really wants to put his channel on membership only? Of course he doesn't. He doesn't make those decisions. The decisions about his channel are made on his behalf. He's just the face for his channel. A lot of these people that got big channels, you think that they just turn on the camera and start speaking and all of a sudden they get big numbers of monetization. No, it don't work like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to make these channels, to make a business. There's a lot of people that are also getting paid from this stuff, monetization and donations across the nations. And they have a big say in what goes on the channel, and they also say what they want people to say on the channel. The Doc don't run his own channel. He is just the front man, the face in front of the channel. There's a lot of people with channels out there which they're just like the spokesperson. It's a bit like Sinn Féin. Sinn Féin were the spokespeople for the IRA. The Doc is a spokesperson for the Bacons. He's there to divert attention away from other fellow Bacons, and that's why he calls people Bacon obsessed. He bought his wife off the internet, and now she's not to be seen. and now I'm investigating whether she's been offed as well, because you know the doc likes to make it look like he's some gangster. He's had like 50 million fights and no zero, like all wins by knockouts. Look, it's obviously a load of bollocks what he said. Like, has anyone ever been to one of your fights, Doc? 96 of them. Has anyone actually been there and got like a photo from the audience or something like that? You keep going and calling out Paul Dumbo Venice, but his fights are all documented. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. I mean, I could imagine, okay, if you had 1 or 2 fights, I could understand them not being online or anything like that, but 96 fights, all wins by knockouts, and the only person that can tell us about it is you. So, who are you, the doc? I reckon you're better off racking up a game of pool. All right, Gregory. Sharon. Right, let's get out and show you some of the beaches. Here, Doc. While you're in Acne, I'm out here. Apparently, I've run to Thailand because of not for the beaches, not for the beaches, but apparently I've run away into a hellhole. Look at the hellhole I'm in. Look, I'm in an absolute hellhole. Look, I mean, I just do think, like, you know, I might have to go out on a jet ski later, you know, to survive. Ferry over there goes to that island over there. Look, like, well, I mean, I should be in England in paradise, but I'm stuck in this hellhole with all the stuff I've done in England, apparently. Look at that. There's nice sandy beaches. You know what, I'm even going to walk into the water here. Look, this is, where you're freezing your bollocks off or whatever. This water is, the temperature of this water is no different. Let's picture outside the water. Look, people keep saying, "Oh, you're in Thailand. You should be there." I do go to all these places during the daytime. It's probably night time for a lot of yous. You know, I'm chilling because it's too bloody hot. And when you're chilling, you're watching the television. But nowadays, I'm watching YouTube. I can be part of the television. See, Doc, this is what I run away from. Well, I am interested in your wife though, Doc, because if you've got any Albanian friends that are from the same agency that you bought her from, I wouldn't mind an Albanian. And if they got like a place out here, I wouldn't mind, maybe your missus has got a sister or something like that. I wouldn't mind having a go on your... I mean, if your missus is available, because I know that she'll go for the dollar, wouldn't she? So if your missus is available, just let her know. I'll give her like 500 quid, I'll give her a monkey or something, and you know, maybe I could have a go. Or if anybody else wants to go on the dog's missus, she's up for rent. The question is she still with us? That's what we'd love to know. Right, Matty fight. Well, Johnny, I know I didn't have nothing to do with it, but I'll tell you what, all roads lead back to the doc. If the doc didn't have anything to do with it, he knew about it for sure.